Master! Help me! Oh no! No! Animals! Brutes! Lord Sakai! Please! Murderers! Go on. I'll rest here. Yes. These old legs are ready when you are. Thank you, young master. Thank you, my lord. That was terrifying. You monsters! How dare you! Oh, this is awful! We do not fear you! Stop them, young master! Lord Sakai will strike you down! What was I saying, my lord? I lost the thread. Oh, yes. Where was I? What was it? Now, let me see. Ah, yes. Now then, as I was saying. Young master, this way. Young master, this is no time to explore. Over here, young master. My legs are older than yours. Can we travel at my pace? I can't zip around like you. You always did like to go your own way. We'll resume when you're ready, my lord. You tire an old lady out, young master. Young master, should we stay close? Where are you going? Why are we hiding? Where are you? This is hard on the knees. Come back. I am not good at this. You're too quick. Young master. Sorry. Young master. Over here. This is exciting. Don't go too far. Young master. This way. Lord Sakai. Over here, please. Come, young master. Let's not get distracted. Not much farther. What's over there, my lord? Stay with me, please. Clearly your legs hurt less than mine. Come with me, young master. Don't go wandering off, my lord. Thank you, young master. Come, young master. Young master! Oh, young master. It's terrible. Brings on agony and weakness. When the pain reaches the chest, breathing stops. Lord Sakai, young master. The whole island has come to mourn your father. You must face them, Jin. You are now the master of Clan Sakai. You miss your father. He knew how to train warriors. But he never learned how to raise a son. You still can, with your uncle's help. He's waiting at your father's pyre. I know. And so does Lord Shimura. But your father was also a hero to many people. We can't take that away from them. You miss him. You're not alone, Jin. Your father is the wind at your back. Your mother, the birds in the trees. He will tell you at your father's pyre. Come along now, young master. Give thanks to your ancestors and the memory of your mother. Jin, don't neglect your duties. Young master, it's time. You're doing well, Jin. Your father would be proud soon. Yes, you must. You are the master of Clan Sakai now. All of Tsushima has come to mourn your father. Find your uncle, Jin. Lord Shimura will give you the strength you need. They're waiting for you. Don't delay, young master. Listen. Someone's coming. Young master? Yes, just lightheaded. For a moment I thought you looked... That should be enough. Bring them to me, young master. Good. We extract the seeds, crush them, make a paste, and dip the needles. It should do what you need. It's done. Here we are. Only when I spend the day foraging for plants. Look for white lilies, and be sure to get the leaves. Look for white daffodils. We need the bulbs. Look for nightshade. Look for white hemlock. I need the whole plant, including the roots. I'll look for the flowers we need. Are you hurt, young master? The weeds haven't been pulled. Our lord finally returns, and his home is a mess. Don't worry about that now. Let's make sure the armor is perfect. Always so impatient. There is another. It causes confusion and rage. But the ingredients... What were they? These old bones. What was the one I used to make? For the cemetery. Katsumasa. Always so hard on yourself. And Jin. Time to straighten up. Sometimes I forget you're a grown man. I'll stay. I need to straighten the place up. Hush! You are not a child, and I'm old enough to take care of myself. Don't eat the seeds, they're poisonous. Oh, I know. Remember how we'd gather flowers for your mother? I have a small camp where I gather plants and herbs for ointments and poison. It kills vermin within moments. Poison has never been the Sakai way. The Mongols have changed you, young master. My mother taught me about plants that heal, others that harm, even kill. But they must be consumed. How will you poison the invaders? Promise me you'll remain the good man I know. I've looked after your every need since your mother carried you. I won't stop now. Come this way. You and Ruzo used to love playing there as children. Used to be a lot of reeds on the other side of the lake, where the old fishermen lived. Be careful, Jin. I've seen fires over there at night. Not sure who it is. I have needles. Remember? You and your little friend gathered them to make little boats. Go on. I'll be fine. I'll wait for you here. Go get your reeds. Used to be plenty of reeds downriver, near the old crossing. Be careful, Jin. The invaders have an outpost there now. Come with me. Excuse me, young master. Your armor will be ready for you at the estate. You caught me thinking about Lord Sakai. He loved you in his way. Yes, you do. But the day you were born, I never saw a happier man. I thought you would change him. Of course, young master. Daichi, help me get the Sakai armor. I just polished that, young master. If he sees you... How dare you! Young master, I feared you were dead. You look tired. Are you hungry? A few bandits, nothing I can't take care of. You refused to wear it at Komoda Beach. I hid it somewhere safe. Lord Sakai, you butchered them. Is Yarikawa giving us trouble again? Of course. Seeing you like that, I'm still shaken up. I need to catch my breath. Yes, come. Sit with me a moment. These old bones. It's nice to ride with you again. You sat so tall and straight in your little saddle, like you were the shogun himself. Oh no, little Jin. I just remembered it was out here you nearly killed your uncle. You were 3 or 4. The poor man was trying to teach you how to hold your wooden kodachi. You wanted to chase butterflies. Lord Shimura and your father laughed so hard, I fear they'd both choke to death. He lost his humor after your mother got sick. But you have your father's laugh. I'll get Taichi to help me fetch it. He's at the cemetery, tending the grounds, gathering plants for my poisons. Keeps vermin out of our food stores. What about Lord Shimura? Oh, others survived. And they're helping you? Good. She's been fighting alongside the boys since she was knee-high. But it's just the 2 of you? I haven't seen him in years. Does he still act like he's the only one who knows how to do things? He would certainly agree. Keeps the vermin out of our rice. No one deserves that. The effects in larger doses are ugly. Oh, my lord. Oh, Kazuma-san. This poor family. Jin, alone in the world. My lord, excuse me. I don't need a healer. Bring me lotus flowers and arrowroot. I'll do the rest. Bring me daikon radish and honey. I'll do the rest. Bring me ginkgo nuts. I'll do the rest. A few herbs will fix me up. Bring them to me. Oh, Kazuma-san, that night you brought little Jin to me. When he was so sick after all that time in the forest. We had already lost Lady Sakai. Kazuma-san, are you listening? I made him drink that remedy my mother taught me. We sat by his side the whole night. You held my hand. Do you remember? That night, I was so scared, so sad for little Jin, but I was so happy. Does that make me a bad person? When he recovered, when you taught me how to ride. The day we rode to the onsen, the sunset was red and full. That was the best day of my life. My lord, do you have what I need? Good. Give me a moment. Let's see if you can keep up. Isn't it beautiful? Are you upset? I hope it's not wrong of us to come. Oh, it's so painful to see you weighed down by sadness with Lady Sakai and the little one. It's nothing. I just felt a little faint. Yesterday, I think. I'm not a child. As you wish, since you ask so sweetly. My mother would take me on long walks in these hills and teach me about the plants. We're almost there. My family is here. Lord Sakai! Excuse me. The cold wind is getting to me. Nonsense. We have to visit someplace special. It's not far. After that, I promise we will see your healers. Of course, my lord. Always so stern. I wish you weren't there so often. You have many responsibilities. I am grateful for the time we share, but I always want more. Every new year, I pray there for you and little Jin and my family. It's dark, Kazumasa. Tell me what you see. I remember the war, a tragedy for all the clans. No, I got lost. I saw my mother. She waved but kept walking. I had to catch up. No, my mother. I have to make an offering. Please. For all the times I've done as you asked. Come with me. Let me pay respects to my mother. Thank you, my lord. You'll see I won't have to. Do you know where we are? There it is. Shall we take a closer look? Sit with me a moment. Please gather the spider lilies. I can't bear to look. The war hasn't touched this place. I have one more place I would like to visit, my lord. When you're ready, I'll stay a while. Good. You learned something today. Kazumasa used to say Lord Shimura was too concerned with that castle. He equated strength with the huge, the immovable, like a mountain. But look at that waterfall. All that immovable rock yields to water. The strength we need is all around us. Is that all the lilies, my lord? It is enough to make the poison, but I don't want our time to end with a view of the waterfall. Let's go, my lord. They're disrespecting the dead. Did you drive them off? Why would we look for them here? Oh, no, not here. It's been so long. They're in another cemetery. Your great-aunt's branch of the family. It's not far. Well said, my lord. The proud do not endure. The greatest of us fall in the end. Do you remember, young master? We'd pay our respects to the Shimura warriors buried here, then spend the afternoon writing poems. Let's write one now. With enough spider lilies, you can craft a poison that makes rats go mad. Tear each other to pieces. It's awful. If you think it's necessary, I know exactly where to find what we need. This way. Young master, would you like something to eat? They were flowers. You remember them, don't you? The ones I planted at your family cemetery. He knew it would make you strong and teach you to respect your ancestors. Don't you remember the flowers, Jin? That's right. What were they? Red leaves? No, it has petals. Ah, a flower. No, not that. Oh, Mother, I wish you were here. This time you'll have to keep me from fidgeting. Do you recognize this lake? How you'd fidget. The view's much better from the shore. Join me, young master. These old bones need a rest. Oh, I couldn't see them from here. How could they? I suppose you're right. A grown man, and you still can barely sit still. Yes, young master. Not much farther to the cemetery. Some of my favorite memories happened at this lake. Your mother and I would come here when she was pregnant with you. After all this, I'm worried about the Shimura cemetery, my lord. Would you check on it with me? I'll stay here. Wait, I can mix the new poison for you. Oh, it's terrible. Causes madness. They'll turn on each other like wild beasts. The poison is finished. Take it. I thought we rid ourselves of those bandits. Where did that young man go wrong? The cemetery isn't far. Angry at himself for failing to protect you. I've seen your father before countless battles, and he was never more worried than the sleepless nights he spent searching for his only son. Yes, young master. After your mother passed away, your mother loved to take long walks here. You were missing for 3 days. Nearly dead by the time your father found you. Yes, my lord. I wonder what your father would make of the ghost. It wasn't a nightmare. I told you it was to keep you calm. Our retinue was returning home late one night. We were ambushed by Ronin. Not of the Ronin. Of Kazumasa. He and his samurai drove the Ronin off. But Kazumasa pursued them on foot. You could hear their screams. He returned to us just before dawn, covered in blood. Some of his own men mistook him for a demon of the forest. Don't be so sure. They argued often. Kazumasa thought your uncle too rigid, willfully blind to possibilities. Kazumasa had imagination. You're like him in more ways than you know. Kazumasa, I do enjoy our rides together. Oh, did I? You ride with your father's grace. Lord Sakai taught me to ride a horse. No, Lord Sakai. This is the best day I've had since our afternoon at Lake Omi. It was so long ago. You must have forgotten. Impossible. Lord Shimura allowed this? Did the Yarikawa traitors get to him? Oh, I don't want to hear it right now. Let's just enjoy our time together.